It's titled, Am I Wrong for Ruining My Dad and Stepmom's Wedding? Story time. I wonder if you like your stepmom. So, just to say, during this period of time, my dad had no control over what was happening as he was in prison for a while after my mum got him to pass as guilty when he wasn't at all. I feel like that's a story time in itself. We're one sentence in. So, divorce has occurred. Your mum has got your dad to plead guilty when he was actually not. I'm sorry Dad had to go through that. I don't know what's gone on there, but that must have been quite difficult for the whole family. So when I was younger, my parents split up and I was living with my mum until right before my 7th birthday. I moved in with my dad and stepmom, who we'll call Amy, in a 2-bed flat with my 2 brothers and sisters. Wow, so we're in a 2-bed flat with 5 people. Okay. Amy, more people. Okay, Amy also had 2 sons and started kicking me to the curb and all sorts. Oh, that's a shame. Evil stepmom. Whenever I needed any help emotionally or physically, I was told to ask my mum, which is what made me realise I wasn't meant to be in that family. And it went on like this until I was maybe 22, when I finally had enough money to move to America. Are you Steve's sister? And I have my own house far away from all of them. First, right, let's just stop here. I am so proud of you. That is absolutely incredible to take on such work and dedication to get yourself to the point where you can move away from these people that don't love and support you wholly. That is just so, wow. I met the love of my life, who we will call Steve. Me and my Steve were living our best life, no drama, and it was the most open relationship. I'm really hoping we're going to have a good Steve here, guys. We've not had a good Steve in a while. Let's hold hope for a good Steve. We had all of the passwords to each other's phone for everything. And one day I went to work. I came home and told Steve because we needed to talk. Wait, what? Why do we need to talk? But one day I went to work and when I came home, told Steve to sit down. We needed to talk. Okay, nothing's... Okay. I thought Steve had cheated on me or something, but it was much worse. Why? What happened? Am I going to find out? It's just escalated very quickly. I thought we loved Steve. We had both agreed we'd not contact any of my family at all, but I had gotten an email that day. Right, so you've said to Stephen, listen here, babe, my family, fucking lunatics. You don't want anything to do with them. Leave them out of it. I'm no contact. I don't want you to have any contact with them. You've then received an email and presume that Steve is cheating. Okay. You've received this email. Steve showed me and it was from Amy. Question, revert back, speed walk. Amy is the stepmom. Cool. Amy is emailing Steve. I was fuming. Steve and I were absolutely speechless. We had been invited to my dad and Amy's wedding. I really didn't want to go, and Steve knew it wasn't healthy for me, and I had had years of therapy to get over how awfully I was treated growing up. Oh, that's really difficult because you want to be there for your dad. I wonder if you've had that relationship with your dad so far. So then we got to the end of the email. There was a really special request asking me to do a presentation about their relationship through the years. Eh? But you've not been there. You've been in another continent, babe. They want you to do this presentation about their relationship, but you've not even fucking spoke to them in ages. Okay. Sorry, everyone. Just let me lubricate my lips. I've got a bit of Fenty cherry treat lip oil. So, I was so happy, but Steve was really confused. Like, why do they want to make this request for this special day? Why do they want you there? I told him it was time for revenge. Oh, you're my kind of girl. You said, let's put all of my feelings behind me, all that trauma. It's time to fuck shit up. Let's go. So I added things. So I told him it was time for revenge and I was making the presentation. I added things like, so here is, okay. Oh my God, this is insane. I added things to the presentation like, so here they are in 2016, totally neglecting their daughter. And when I showed Steve the presentation, he was shocked. You said, hold up, I'm about to be petty. It's giving, say Drake, say Steve. So I sent it off to them, but in order to see it, I added my Face ID so they could not see it. Okay, so it's like behind a paywall type situation. I told them it was a complete secret. You've sent it to them, given it to the wedding planner to make sure that it's shown at the time, and it's a complete surprise. They had also asked me if I would like to be a bridesmaid, and I hated what I was going to wear, so I changed it from a dark, silky navy dress to a long... This is diabolical. They wanted me to wear a dark navy silk dress, but I changed it to a long, puffy white dress with a crown and a veil. You said, hold up, it's about to be my fucking wedding day. Sit down, bitches. The bride's arrived. I timed the nasty comments to start coming up exactly the second when we started to walk down the aisle. I walked down the aisle. Everyone was so shocked at the presentation, and it took a twist. Amy came running down the aisle after me, screaming, how could I? Well, let me tell you, babe, it was actually with great fucking ease, because you ruined my childhood, made me move to the USA, which I didn't really particularly want to do at the ripe age of 22. Thank God I found Stephen, who is supportiveness of my childhood trauma and my petty feelings towards you. She's like, how could I? I thought you changed. Babe, I was fucking 7 years old, you twat. What do you mean I've changed? Of course I've changed. I've gone through 2 rounds of puberty since the last time I saw you. Why was I doing this to them? And all I could say was, go ask your mum. I'm really confused as to why we're asking the mum. I turned around. At this time, I turned around, scooped the biggest handful of cake I could get both my hands on, and grabbed my Steve, walked back down the aisle without looking. The second we were in the car, Steve told me he was so proud of me and that I finally got to move on with my life with no regret.
Please fill my cup. Am I really asking for much? It's been a long week, I'm looking for fun. Please fill my cup. Find me under the sun. SOS, I'm just looking for a good time. Oh, 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 oh. And I'm singing like, whoa.